what's up, guys? So we know what science is. We know what science does. Science explains the process of things. How do things evolve? How are things created? Electrons, protons, neutrons, cells, DNA. So if it wasn't for science, a very important branch of knowledge, science is very important for all of us in a way that benefits us to know knowledge. Yeah, so it's agreeable to know how life is created, because it gives us the insight, the analysis of how we are created. It's good. But let me tell you and show you mentally how this is actually a manipulation of humanity. And I will add into this a manipulation of Satan. Satan wants to disguise himself as an angel of light. He wants to show us knowledge. In the Garden of Eden, Satan told Eve that if she ate out of the fruit of knowledge, they will become like gods. We will become like gods and know everything between good and evil. So that is what we're doing through science. Science is actually specifically that branch of knowledge, to know actually, the word know, what life is, and to know how God created life. So where it does not benefit us is that the more that we know, the stupider we become. The more that we know, the more we think we are like gods. And that's what Satan wants us to fall into that trap. Because the more we know through science, the more we think we know what God did. The more that we understand how God works. So we are pretty much taking something that makes us think that we know how God processes and makes progress on things, and then we get to know how he does it. Which in a way, what it does is giving us some type of pride to know what we know. Atheists people, we already know things, and that is the fruit of that tree of knowledge from evil. That knowledge that benefits us but at the same time condemns us is to know how God works, and then grab that and say, we know how God works. We know God, so we can be gods. So we can actually also create, because we are understanding how God works everything out. So Satan wants to give us independency on knowing how God creates, so we can also understand how he created and how everything is done, so we can become ourselves gods. Why do you think that atheist people don't need a God to exist, or they just don't believe a God exists? Because we already have all the tools to create. We already have all the explanations how creation works. We can just make and destroy. We can just build and recreate and recycle and build again, because we already know how God worked. Now, that's atheists. But us people, we actually worship that and don't try to make ourselves think that we are creators like God. We actually acknowledge that God was the one that created us, and we take the benefit to know, wow, that is amazing, overwhelming how God created all this. I don't want to even get close to think that I can become close to any of that. I mean, I can cook, I can build something, I mean, I can be a mechanic, but I'm never gonna be like, that's my creation. No, because that fundamental experiment and project was based on God. God is the one that allows things to be put together. We take that and we put things together and we think we're gods. But us Christians, we understand that that's all God's work. That is all God, and we just have the privilege to do what he meant life to be. So pretty much science is not made to use for pride and to have self-centered wisdom. Science is made to humble yourself. Science is made to worship how God evolved all this knowledge and how he actually gives us the privilege to understand it. Satan works in this way to push pride into your heart, and once you learn how to create something, you put it in your heart and you make it yourself based, and you do not need God because you already learned how to. So I'll give you a quick analogy. I'm gonna finish this. I'm gonna give you a quick analogy, and I'm gonna finish this video. You go into math class and you don't know how to do algebra. Y equals mx plus b. The teacher, God, teaches you or allows you to understand what y equals mx plus b and the slope is. So you come up and you say, "Oh, I'm gonna learn this because I got the book." Yeah, pretty much. Once you grab the book, you learn how algebra works, you learn how y equals mx plus b works, and then you say, "I did it by myself. I didn't need the teacher. I learned it. Forget the teacher. I learned how to do this thing. I'm gonna probably even do better things than the teacher." And that's how science is working. Science is being stolen from the book of knowledge from God. A stolen book took the book from the shelf when God said, "Do not grab this book from the shelf." Some other teacher said, "Grab it." Actually, Satan is not even like a teacher. He's like a clone, like a clown clone. He said, "Yeah, you can grab that book. Watch. Don't listen to your teacher. Your algebra teacher is crazy. Don't listen to him. You grab that book and you're going to learn." And you grab that book and you actually start reading it, and you start realizing that there's a whole bunch of things that you can do with math. And then once you take that knowledge, you realize, I stole this book, so it's mine. Even though the teacher told me not to grab it, but it's mine and I'm the one that has the knowledge, so forget the teacher. I hope you guys understood everything that I just said right now. May God bless you more than me. Y'all be seeing me on the next video. I'll be seeing you on the comments. And if you press likes right here, I would love that. Thank you very much. Peace out.